wins in a row. Robbie Farr, the world is looking peachy to you.
Yeah, mate, it's been a good last month or so. We're just really rolling good at the moment. So, this race is very important to me and important to the Krikke family, which is very good friends with. So, I'd love to make a 5 in a row tonight, no doubt.
Let's have a look at heat race number 1 of the 2005 Krikke Boys Shootout. Great racing conditions at Bunbury City Speedway. Mark Wells working the top side. And then the low side, but Alan Nash having all sorts of problems in the 51 machine. Amazing, he didn't make any contact with anyone there. However, tough break for Alan Nash. He makes contact with Sean Bradford, flipping the 57 machine. Thankfully, though, both drivers A-OK after that nasty incident. The man that showed the form in this heat race, though, was Max Dubsney. He had the car speed.
Yeah, the car feels great. The track's gone away a little bit now. I'm not too sure how we'll go for the next one, but feeling great at the moment.
Heat race number 2 now, and check out Michael Figlamini working between a couple of cars there to take the race lead. And Michael Figlamini is a very capable runner at Bunbury. Ken Roberts having a moment in the 77 machine, but check this out. Ken Satori getting on the low side of Robbie Farr, another multiple Krikke Boys Shootout winner. Satori, though, washes up track on the exit to turn 4, and Robbie Farr gets the Titan car back in front of him. But it was the magic man, Michael Figlamini. He has won this event on more than one occasion that took the heat race win. Big bicycle moment for Satori.
It's it's probably the best it's ever run, so we're quite happy now. So
A 2-time winner, what's it going to really take to win this kind of thing?
a lot of luck.
Yeah, no, it was good to win. I think we had 4 or 5 real top guns in our heat race there.
Looking at heat race number 4, and once again it is Max Dumsney, the Valvoline Maxim, doing a good job. But a big moment for Rob Adley, the youngster. The car number 9 machine up and over in turn number 3. Back to racing action, and Dumsney dominated his heat race. Heat race number 5 now, and another man who's looking good. Won an earlier heat race, and he's on a charge again is the magic man, Figlamini. One man trying to charge is South Aussie Phil March in the Monty Motorsport machine, tagging Ken Satori in the 47. Satori fortunately was able to restart, not so for Phil March right there. A few drivers getting caught out on a ledge developing in turn number 2, including Ken Satori. A torrid heat race, but the magic man is magic tonight.
Motor was going good and the car was handling better, so we're on the right track. And most importantly, it felt comfortable, so which means I can sort of drive it wherever I need to.
Looking at the final heat race for the 2005 Krikke Boys Shootout, and cars utilising a fair bit of the track, but Robbie Farr in the Titan Garages machine hooks the big ledge and loses several positions. Farr then works the top side up near the marbly section of the racetrack, gets around a couple of drivers, and then just bang, like that, Jody Waldron, the 68 machine, spins around, restart occurs, and Robbie Farr hits the big ledge out of turn number 2 again and loses those hard-fought positions once again. Jamie Miolo works the high side of the racetrack, and in a torrid battle with Luch Monty, but then Miolo's turn to hook the rut, and then the rut becomes, well, from a foe to a friend for Robbie Farr in the Titan Garage machine. He moves through, but he hasn't got enough time to catch eventual heat race winner Jeff Leask.
Yeah, I was wrapped together one.
Yeah, the rut was there and I chose to drive through it twice, so I've got no one to blame but myself, but we still got up to second, so I just told the crew forget about the first 4 laps, so it was just drive error.
Taking a look at the dashes now, these races very important. Check out West Aussie Ken Satori. Drives around, if you don't mind, the Valvoline Maxim of Max Dumsney. Dumsney, the biggest name in Australian sprint car racing. Mark Wells on a charge in 3rd place. Jamie Mayall having a big moment in the Kendrick Racing 92.9 EDP machine. That damage to the front end put him out of the dash. The battle was on in earnest, Dumsney asking the big question to Ken Satori, but Satori answered in the positive, taking out a big dash win. Second dash race now. These dash races sort out our starting positions for the A main for the big money in the Krikke Boys Shootout. Check out the racing here. Ryan Farrell losing some positions early, then works on the low side of Mick Good in car number 19. Of course, Ryan Farrell desperate to win his first Krikke Boys race. Then he has big trouble on the exit to turn number 2, smashing into the concrete wall. Steering componentry failure after hitting that big ledge out of turn number 2. So the West Aussie favourite for this event is out of it, and look at that impact into the wall. Big front end damage for Ryan Farrell in car number 95. Back to racing action, and it was Robbie Farr in the Titan Garage's entry, looking good to try and nail his 4th Krikke Boy Shootout triumph. Feature race action now, and Ken Sartori and Robbie Farr on the front row. Max Stumpsy not too far away. Michael Ficcolomini took out his heat race wins, but had trouble in his qualifying. That's why he's starting well back. So the Magic Man, with a lot of work to do, gets by on the low side of Mark Wells and the Toyota Genuine Parts. Car number 2 Machine. Ken Sartori doing a hell of a good job, still holding off Max Stumpsy until now. Stumpsy taking that position on the exit to turn number 2. Jeff Lease driving well tonight in the 92.9 Machine, holding off Max Dumpsney, but Dumpsy just so smooth, so consistent. As I said, one of the best drivers this country has ever seen. Back to the race lead battle now. Robbie Farr and Max Dumpsney on in earnest. Two of the drivers, should I say, that have never missed a Krikke Boys race, but Max Dumpsney has terrible luck. In turn number 2, Robbie Farr managed to avoid the melee involving, should I say, let's have a look here. Luch Monty is it? And Alan Nash. In fact, it might be Phil March, the South Aussie, in the Monty Motorsport car number 6 Machine. But Robbie Farr just checks out at the restart. The car looking quicker and quicker as the race progresses. Takes the win and wins his 4th Krikke Boys crown.
Great people, great racetrack, great crowd, great night.
You're watching the Krikke Boys Preview.